Top news. Caitlin Clark said, I haven't made any decisions on offseason, but report says Unrivaled is out. Caitlin Clark pulled her cheeks in and rolled her lips in when asked about her offseason plans while ramping up from groin and ankle injuries that kept her out of the Indiana Fever season after 13 games, the last of which she suffered the groin injury July 15th. But by the end of her 30-second answer during Fever exit interviews Thursday, she smiled and laughed, perhaps knowing what opportunities stood before her, or having a plan in place that she wasn't yet ready to reveal. I think you always explore every opportunity, and I haven't made any decisions, and I don't know what that's necessarily going to look like for me, Clark said. But it appears the Unrivaled 3x3 league has been ruled out, per Front Office Sports. They reported in November that Clark was offered a seven-figure deal, plus equity and revenue-sharing options in Unrivaled's inaugural season like the MLS did for Lionel Messi, but she declined. The league, co-founded by WNBA stars Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart, paid players an average of $220,000 last season, which is up from the WNBA's average of $150,000 according to FOS. That may not have been the best fit for Clark, though. She set a goal to be playing 5-on-5 by the end of October and said that she felt that goal was attainable. She also said recovering to full strength was the focus before returning to an organized league. That's probably where people struggle to understand at times, is there is a huge difference than me standing there and shooting spot shots and running up and down, Clark said. But in a basketball game, I'm not thinking like, oh, I'm planting here, oh, I'm cutting, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I'm doing that, like you're just doing it. So your muscles need to be able to react and withstand that type of stuff. So that's where the 5-on-5 becomes really critical. Obviously, the contact piece of it too, like you don't understand, you don't know where you're going to be taking contact from. The USA basketball women's national team is in the cards, Clark said. Training camp figures to be in early March as qualifying for the 2026 FIBA World Cup runs March 11th to 17th, and though the US qualified as a top 6 team at AmeriCup, it is possible they play in qualifiers anyway. Like I said, there is some USA basketball stuff that is probably my top priority right now that I need to prepare for, and I think that will help me prepare for next season, too, Clark said. But then, obviously, you have to prepare for USA basketball in some manner, she continued with a smile and a laugh. There's just a lot of different things you've got to figure out and balance, and I'll work through all that, too. Playing in March gives Clark a runway to WNBA preseason games, which typically begin in early May. So long as a work stoppage with the CBA set to expire October 31st doesn't push back the season start, Clark could not only be fully healthy, but build up for play by the 2026 season. What other options does Clark have? Well, there are a number of leagues overseas that she could play in. There also is States-based Athletes Unlimited, which plays 5-on-5 over a 4-week period in February and March in Nashville. A handful of her Fever teammates are slated to play, according to AU's page. They include Sydney Colson, Odyssey Sims, Bree Hall, Brianna Turner, and former Fever forward Nalissa Smith. That would give Clark the comfort of being close to home and still have the 5-on-5 opportunities to ramp up to playing with USA basketball. It also would give her a lengthy runway and a return to 5-on-5 action by the end of October, and then regain playing shape.